Welcome into this Lion Vision update. We're talking UNA baseball with Mike Keene. Coach Keene, your team had a big sweep over West Georgia. I'd say over the weekend, but it was a Sunday-Monday series due to some rain. And let's start with game one. Tyler Joyner, 9 innings. He gave up 1 run, struck out 7. Another great effort from the junior college transfer.
Yeah, it was everything you needed in the first game. Really pitched well, kept them off balance. Obviously, they got a very good offensive team, and they were throwing a guy that his numbers were really good on the mound too. So we knew it was going to be a tough battle the first game. But Tyler just did what he's been doing all year long. Mixed his pitches well, stayed in the zone, and continued to have a really good outing. And for him to go to complete game was huge when you don't have to exhaust your bullpen in that first game. So great effort on his part and his strength towards the end of the game. He's actually started getting stronger in the 7th, so I think that's the credit to the Coach Hancock with the pitching and keeping the arm shape and having his just the conditioning that he is this year.
We had another solid pitching effort in Game 2 from Bradley Bailey. Channing Wall came in relief. So far this year, he's worked 7 scoreless innings for you, and we picked up a big win in Game 2 on the doubleheader Sunday.
It was, we talked before, and if you look on our season, obviously we've had some up and downs defensively. But if you really look at it, it's all been when Bradley Bailey's pitching. I think I calculated the errors, whatever we have, 3/4 of the errors have occurred when he's been pitching. So he's had to pitch out of a lot of stuff. So we wanted to be clean, but unfortunately we weren't that game. We had 5 more games when Bradley. But the difference is Bradley really pitched out of a lot of jams and had a lot of good stuff, was able to keep his composure and got out and kept the game where them to get out of hand, pitched out some bases loaded. And obviously coming in when the game was 5-4, Channing Wall, an All-American junior college closer, probably one of the best ones in the country last year, and has continued to do very well. And I was just real pleased that he came in and shut it down. And for us to win a close game like that, 5-4, was good for the ball club.
Then Game 3, Monday afternoon, we went a shootout, 16-10. Kyle Hubbock was a triple away from the cycle. He drove in 6 runs. I mean, that's about as good of a ball game as you can have.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was that close to it, but he really did. I think the thing that what he's really doing well, his 1 home run he hit was opposite field. He sat on a breaking ball, out over the plate. He didn't try to pull off. He stayed through it, and he actually hit it off their scoreboard. But that's what he did, drove the ball in the right center gap, just using the whole field, just hitting the ball hard. But he just had a great game, and obviously we needed that up and down the lineup because it was looked like we jumped out to 8-0, looked like we were going to put them away, and then we kind of have a miscommunication with 2 outs. And again, West Georgia kind of showed what they're going to be tough down the stretch, because for them to be down 8-0, we make a mistake with 2 outs, and for them to capitalize and come back, they just kept making runs at us. But what we did is continue to score, and which is what we needed to do. And fortunately, our offense came to play, and Hubbock was a big part of that.
Coach, you get the 3-0 sweep, and before we move on to what's coming up this week, let's talk about one more individual player, and that's Drake Tucker. Over his last 4 ball games, he's hitting over 500, several multi-hit games, a couple multi-RBI games as well during that stretch. A senior out in right field. His bat's really getting going here as conference play opens up.
Drake is a great story for us. Didn't really play a lot last year, but really came back and worked hard over the offseason, had a great fall, and just kind of worked his way back in. He wasn't really scheduled to be the starter, but worked his way in, had such a tremendous fall, continued in the spring. And I got him in the 9 hole, and he's just, part of that reason is because he's so good there. He can turn the lineup over. He's a very good bat at the end of the lineup, and that's what he's been such an asset to us, and he can run. Competes well, and he's very good in the right field. So he's had just a great weekend, and he actually would have had more hits. He had a couple balls that just were really hit hard that were right at guys in that 3rd game. But he's been big. I mean, he's had some big hits late and everything that I was hoping he'd be able to do, and he's doing it right now.
4 games on the slate this week. We're also riding a 4-game winning streak at the moment. It starts Wednesday with a midweek matchup against Auburn Montgomery. What's the approach to this midweek game this week with a big weekend series coming up with Shorter?
I think this is the challenge is to not overlook this game and to get prepared for this weekend, because we still have some things that we're not doing real well, and our guys know that. But we have to come out with energy, get some guys that are, we do have Peyton Sockwell got hurt on one of the games, and Garrett Gillen filled in for him, a true freshman at shortstop, and did a fine job. So he's obviously going to have to play again this Wednesday, because Sock's going to need probably a couple of days to get his health back intact. He hurt his ankle, but he'll be fine for this weekend. So we just got to make sure we don't have any letdown. We're mentally prepared, because AUM is a good ball club. I mean, they're a guy that's been a team that's been very successful in the NAI ranks. Now they moved into Division II and actually coming into our conference. So, we're just trying to play a good, clean game, get some other guys out there, obviously see how the pitchers probably mix it up a little bit. But for us, just to continue to play better defensively, continue to hit and move the baseball, and kind of get us so we have a little bit of momentum heading into the shorter weekend.
This weekend, we take on Shorter, our conference opener here at Mike D. Lane Field. What's the outlook for Shorter this year? We're heading in 3-0 on the year. Seems like a good opportunity for us to try to pick up some more wins.
I think, Shorter started out, I think they were 6-0 or something going into this weekend, and then Union really had a great weekend. But if you kind of look at the stats, obviously they got some pretty good offensive players. They still got some guys pitchers numbers, but their defensive numbers, fielding, are about like ours. So both teams have not played great defensively at times, so I think that's been kind of the demise. And what they found out, probably like we did earlier, when you make mistakes against good teams, especially in the conference, they will take advantage of it. And I think that's what Union was good enough to take advantage of some of their mistakes. So obviously they're going to try to bounce back and clean that up. And we told them we got to play well. I mean, I don't care who it is. I told them don't look at the records, don't look really at the opponent, look at us. What do we got to do to prepare for this weekend? What do we get better at? And that's what we're really going to try to continue to stay focused on. And we're just really, I know it's the old adage, one game at a time, but we're really kind of one opponent at a time. I don't think we can overlook it and overestimate or say, oh, this is going to be an easy weekend, because we know in this there is no easy weekends. You play bad, you will get beat. So you got to play well and play solid, and hopefully we'll have another really good weekend and continue to do the energy and the way the ball club's playing right now. I mean, they've got a lot, the confidence is kind of there, but I was really pleased with the way they handled the adversity. We've had a lot of adversity we've had to handle at early part of the season, so hopefully that'll help us throughout the rest of the season.
4 games coming up for UNA this week, starting Wednesday on the road in Montgomery, taking on AUM. Then this weekend, the Shorter Hawks come to town. Doubleheader Saturday starting at 1 p.m., finale on Sunday at 1 p.m. Get out and support UNA this weekend.